What's going on? Welcome again to SPN Lineups featuring Billy D and Steve, the Fantasy Assassin. Check us out on Twitter at SPN Lineups. Check out our videos on Facebook and Instagram at No Limit Fantasy Sports. Today we're talking NHL. Check out CryptoFantasySports.com. We have our very own tournament where we give away $10 in No Limit coin for free every day. Tournament's called the SPN Lineup Special. There's a catch. You have to include a player I'll be naming later in the show on your roster in order to be eligible. The highest scoring team with that player wins the prize. Congratulations go out to yesterday's winner, Schmeedy, with a score of 82. Wow. That's impressive right there. Leave us a comment with your NLC2 address, and I'll ship you your prize. That's a good score right there, eh, Steve? What do you think?
That is a fantastic score. 82 points. My God. Well, we said to expect a ton of goals in the Abs and Wild game, but I didn't think it'd be so one-sided as Colorado steamrolled them 7-1. Like Philly mentioned, there was a lot of big scores last night, and our SPN lineup player of the day, Nathan McKinnon, he had an amazing night, posting 5 points on 2 goals and 3 assists. One weird note from that box score, the Avs were actually outshot 32-26, but were just super efficient on the night.
Jeez, who was in nets in that game? The Jets got 2 goals from sniper Patrick Lane as they beat Detroit 4-3. Winnipeg still 6 points behind the Nashville Predators for the Central Division lead. Florida beat Buffalo 4-1, and the Sabres fans won't really be too upset as they are looking ahead to the draft lottery.
Alexander Galchenyuk scored a hat trick for Montreal as the Habs beat the Isles 6-3. It's been a really rough month for the Canadiens, but I guess there's a little bit of life left. It's a little too late, though, as they sit 9 points back in the playoff race for the Eastern Conference.
The Rangers got a goal from Kevin Hayes. And the new guy, Ryan Spooner, scored in their 3-1 win over Calgary. But the number one star on the night had to be Henrik Lundqvist, who made 50 saves for his second game in a row. Now, they could have used this guy in the other game.
Now, the Preds, they beat the Canucks 4-3 on an overtime winner by Kelly Yarncroc. Hope I said that one right. The bright spot for the Canucks, Daniel Sedin, he's got his 5th game in a row with a goal, and now he's got 8 goals in his last 8 games. He's only been held off the score sheet once in that span.
Vegas still has a healthy lead in the Pacific Division, but lost last night to Ottawa 5-4. Boys, that's unacceptable right there. They're now 5 points behind the Preds for the conference lead and have lost 3 games in a row. Our boy Taylor Hall extended his point streak to 24 games, but the Devils lost 3-1 to Carolina.
So actually with that win, Carolina picked up all 4 points in their back-to-back road set. They beat the Flyers and the Devils both in their own buildings. So capping off the night, we have the Ducks beating the Blue Jackets 4-2, and the Ducks have now won 5 of their last 7, and they've got starting goaltender John Gibson back and healthy. So right now they're kind of jammed up in the playoff race with about 5 or 6 other teams, and they've got some pretty good momentum going into the final stretch of the regular season, so they'll hope to separate themselves a bit.
We start early today as the Flyers take on Tampa Bay at 1 p.m. Eastern, looking like a good matchup there. We got Les Canadiens, the Rangers, the Islanders, and Senators are on back-to-backs.
And the Kings, they host the Blackhawks, who just got trounced their last time out. And they've gone through some pretty bad stretches this year, so I just see the Kings being able to put up a ton of goals in this one.
Lots of goals. Another one I like is the Islanders play the Penguins. I think there's going to be some scoring there. Not sure which team. I think it's a little bit of a tough game to pick. The Pens have been slipping. And the infamous matchup in my family, the Canadians against the Bruins. My family, this is how it is in my house. I'm actually from Quebec, French Canada. Let's put it that way. And either you love the Canadians or you hate the Canadians and you love their rivals, the Boston Bruins. Personally, I'm staying out of it. And Steve, who you got in that game?
Oh man, that sounds like something I better stay out of too. But if I gotta go with somebody, I'm going with the Habs in a surprise.
Right on.
So we could also see a ton of goals later when Ottawa takes on Arizona. Both teams have been playing pretty better lately than their season records would indicate. But the Sens are playing the second night of a back-to-back, and they're on the road. Both of those situations, they tend to give up a lot of goals. Yesterday's slump buster, John Tavares did not get on the scoreboard for us. Now he's up to 5 games without a point. The Islanders play again tonight, and we're going to double down on Mr. JT, and I think he gets on the board tonight. Now we go over to the value picks, where we start off with Max Domi, 3,800 for Arizona. He's a great pick tonight. I feel like Arizona's going to get a bunch of chances against Ottawa, like I was just telling you about. He's got 4 points in his last 3 games and 8 in his last 9. So pair him up with teammate Christian Dvorak at left wing, and that's your beginning of a value stack. So Christian Dvorak, he started March with a goal and an assist against the Wild, and he's actually got 15 shots in his last 3 games, so he's getting some pucks on the net. On right wing, who else? Kevin Hayes. Kevin Hayes! He might actually start to price himself off this list pretty soon, but for now he's still 4,900, so we gotta roll with him. And Brian Giunta, he came out of quote-unquote retirement, and he just signed with the Bruins, so he's already producing results. He had 2 assists in his last game. On D, we got a bunch of names that should be familiar to you if you watch this show. We are going to look at, we've already been doing the Arizona stack, so let's complete it with Kevin Connaughton, only $3,000. And another huge deal tonight is Oli Mata at 3,800. He actually had 10 fantasy points in his last game, and he's got a great matchup tonight, like Philly was telling you about. Nice picks. So we got a Saturday jam-packed with action. So here is the SPN lineups special player of the day. Make sure you have them in your lineups in our free tournament, the SPN lineup special, for your chance to win $10 in free no limit coin. And this is on CryptoFantasySports.com. The player we're going with, 7,700. He plays for Pittsburgh. His name is Yevgeny to the Malkin. Yevgeny. You know what it is. Playing the Islanders, he's bound to get at least 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 goals. Get him in the lineup. Check us out on Twitter for updates, news, injuries. Yeah, those 2. Check out No Limit Fantasy Sports on Facebook and Instagram. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Hit whatever button you can find. The subscribe button. Leave some comments. Button mash all over it. Congratulations to our winners. Good luck to everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Happy weekend.